MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace. Guess who's always late?
Me. Guess what? There is road work going crazy this morning.
What is it? A lot of construction with them 495?
Yes. All the way from past West Lauderdale Elementary, all the way to past here, on into, I guess, 495.
Into town, yeah, where it runs into there. So
just be careful if you're driving on 495 because there's loose gravel all over the road. They're working on the road, so yeah.
And I guess who all is it? Is it AA, AAA glass? I'd love for you to drive out here and get some rock pecks so where they can take care of you later.
Yeah, and Chet might be able to see you too if you're not careful.
There is just when did everything with the state kind of switch over to that gravel instead of the blacktop? Because I'm not a fan of it by any means.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it probably,
cheaper.
It may be. I don't know. I don't know what the cost of a lot of things are, but I know gravel's not cheap because I know we needed some for the driveway. But anyway, just be careful if you're driving on it because it's dangerous.
That it is. We welcome you. Today is Tuesday as we head toward October the 1st on Friday, believe it or not. Coming up in a few moments, Michelle Yeverton, did I say that right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did say her name right. She's going to be joining us in just a moment to tell us all about the most anticipated thing that's going on in Meridian for quite a while, and that is the Reader's Choice Awards. Who did you vote for?
Get to see who won.
Yeah, that's up and coming. Now, one of the things that we want to get into is yesterday afternoon of everything that happened. We got news yesterday morning, roughly, probably not long after we went off the air, that there had been a murder in Lauderdale County. And the next thing we know, there's a manhunt on. And this went on most of the day.
Yeah. It was, I guess, mid-morning before I heard anything about it. Some friends of mine were kind of texting back and forth about it. But, yeah, that was a tragic thing for sure.
Let's go back. I interviewed Billy Sollie almost within 4 to 5 minutes of when they captured the young man. And let's go back and grab what Billy Sollie had to say about that yesterday afternoon.
And this severe weather cover.
Within the last 5 minutes, he's been taken into custody without incident. MHP showed up with their K9 teams, and we saturated the wood line and was able to take him into custody without incident.
Now, was this very close to where it all started this morning from where the murder happened? Was it close in that area?
It was within about 300 yards of the residence where the incident occurred, yes, sir.
Okay, well that is good news. And I know there was concern earlier where schools were not locked down, but it was a chance that they could be or should be, and y'all handled that very professionally there. Now, was there truth to him being armed when he was caught?
We are in the process, our investigators along with MHP are in the process of combing the wooded area for a weapon.
Okay. But
he was taken into custody. He did not have one on his person. But we're looking in the immediate area where he was taken into custody.
Now, and let me ask this, and I know that some things as this unfolds, there's a lot of investigation. What can you tell us about what actually happened this morning around 1 to 2 a.m.?
Well, the call came in about 10 minutes to 1 of a possible shooting at this address. When deputies arrived on scene, they found one individual shot and was deceased. At that time, they started speaking with the 2 other residents of the dwelling, determined a third individual had left, and that's going to be the individual we have been looking for all day.
Okay. Well, I know that y'all are busy and you got your hands full, and I do appreciate you calling in and talking with us. And he has been apprehended, so the threat is gone now from Lauderdale County at this point.
That's correct.
Okay, Billy, certainly appreciate the heads up on that, and we'll be back in touch. And thank you for taking the time to talk with us. And a big thank you to Billy Sollie and the team. And there was many, many people involved in the chase and capture of this young man. Now, there's going to be an investigation. We have no idea the details that went on leading up to this. And I say this to say not to judge. We don't know what was going on at that moment when all this went down. It is horrible. Someone has lost their life. There's no way to bring it back. Once this happens, It's forever. This is one of those things you can't change.
And it's not something that, that affects a lot of people too. There's family members who've lost a family member now, and I don't know, children, from what I understand, have lost a father. So we do pray for everybody involved in that, because that is a tragic thing. It really is.
This is the scene from yesterday of when this went down, the arrest, when he was captured. 16 years old. That's mighty young.
Mm-hmm. It is.
This helicopters were involved, dogs, multiple agencies, drones. From what I understand, as I was standing by and watching this happen, you could hear the helicopter. They got a visual of him, and then the ground troops went in, and the capture was made. Some footprints were found leading up to it, and thank goodness that there was no other. It was without incident. And you have to give a thumbs up to the sheriff's department and everybody involved, that no one, what's the word that I'm looking for, got over anxious. There was no one that jumped the gun, I guess is the word.
It was handled in a professional way.
Correct. Yeah. So, again, we pass along condolences to the family of the lost one. Regardless, they don't feel good this morning. And also this entire family that has a 16-year-old behind bars this morning. Don't know how this will be handled. We'll watch this. We'll report it as it happens. And what our community, we've had some rough times over the last 3 weeks or so.
It really has been. With the little child being lost the other day, that was a scary, scary thing. And then the guy yesterday that, like we're talking about, there was a lot of people on high alert. Even the school was locked down because nobody really knew where he was. And they said that he possibly could have a gun with him. It was just a scary thing.
I think the actual wording that they had, they were ready for, they never actually locked it down, but they had the door shut, but it was never complete.
Was locked,
but it was not a complete, what they would call a lockdown. I'm more confused. Yeah. But it was, they had the doors to where, in case something went wrong.
Yeah, I had to go get my son early. And
that's how you know all of that.
Yeah, so I knew that the doors were locked when I got there. Normally, they might keep them locked all the time now. I don't know. But I just had never, but it was a good thing. Everybody took precaution, and that was really good.
That's all that matters. And we say all this, and we need prayer. There is absolutely.
For someone to do something like this, there had to have been some disturbed mind. I don't know. It's a bad thing. So we just pray for everybody involved, and we don't say that lightly. We really do. I've thought about it a million times. And you just don't know. You don't know what walk people are taking in their life and what brings them to whatever. It just it's a sad situation. So.
Getting reports, I don't know much. This again, as we talk live, that there is some form of an accident on Highway 19 South. Getting reports that there have been at least 3 ambulances dispersed to that area on Highway 19. If you know more, we'd love to hear from you in the comments there. Post that so we can share that also. So
that would be out past Bonita Lake?
Yeah, headed toward Alabama on 19 South. Let's see here. There's a bad wreck on 19 headed toward Southeast School.
So there's a lot of fog.
Right.
Is what Sheila Johnson said.
If you've got more information on that as it comes available, if y'all wouldn't mind sharing that with us so we can make sure that everybody else before they leave home knows what's going on. As I started to go into that, and I pushed every wrong button that could possibly be in this room.
Well,
yesterday,
like a Monday morning.
Yeah, I sometimes have butterfingers, and I touched the wrong thing. We had another arrest yesterday. If y'all remember the 2 escaped convicts that got away in Clark County, one has been apprehended now. And let's go to Clark County Hot Topics as they were on the scene as he was brought back to jail. Let's see if I can hit the right button here and do the right thing.
to the door.
I don't know about y'all, but I really don't want to go to jail with no shoes.
Yeah, me either.
Number one, I don't want to go to jail.
Me either. Me either.
His two accomplices, how did I say that word?
Accomplices.
That word. I sometimes have my issues there, but they will get a little time out of this. I think it carries up to a 2-year penalty for hiding someone. And then if you help someone to get out of jail, like if you have the waiting car, I think you get, he gets 5 years added to his sentence automatically for escaping. Yeah, you want to talk about waking up depressed this morning?
Goodness. What are people thinking, though, like I said a while ago? I mean, do you think that you're not going to get caught if you help somebody
Do you remember
escape?
the scene to Oh Brother, We're Out There, where he grabs and he goes, I had 2 weeks.
I know.
2 weeks and I was getting out.
Goodness.
But yeah, I don't. So if you got a call from a friend that says, "Hey, I just broke out," would you go get them?
I'd be like, I don't think so.
Wrong number.
Not today.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm glad they caught him.
Now, still on the lam. That was Damian Rose, who is in jail now, and we also have Bruce Davis, who is still not been arrested. And I think it was a misunderstanding when you saw the picture, you thought both went back to jail. Yeah. So I want to remind everybody that that's not the case. They have not both been put back in jail. So we got more coming up on that. It's a lot of things going on. We missed something?
No, I just want to tell everybody good morning. I say Miss Linda Jane Lunsford is on here. Betsy Holly, good morning from Sugar Lock, Mississippi. We want to remind everybody there is a bad wreck on 19 South. So we've been told there's a lot of fog, and, be very careful if you're driving through that area, because you could come up on the accident.
Yeah, and since you brought up fog, let's just go ahead and take a look at this, because this is serious now as we go to radar and take a look at this. This is into Lauderdale County heavy. As we pull up weather, here we are. Here's the button. The further you go south to Hattiesburg, if you look at this, look how red this is. Horrible. Back to Jackson. Now, as we get closer to the Meridian area, let's turn on these locations. Now, this is 19 South out this way where the wreck happened right along in here as it's creeping across here. The further west you go, the worse it is. Out by Stuckey's Bridge, you go into Enterprise. Look at this. All the way down here to Pachuta. That is some kind of thick this morning. Now, I'm not telling you that this yellow isn't bad, but that's even worse.
Yeah.
And we've already had an accident involved with this. And there will, as you hate to say, it's a high possibility we could have some more.
Yeah.
Let's just give an example. As you go to Highway 19, if you come off the West Lauderdale area, and this happens out on 45 South, those side roads where you need to go across the 4-lane and make it, that's how accidents happen quick.
Yes. Because you can't, if it's heavy fog, you don't see somebody until they're right up on you.
That's right. So keep that in mind.
And put your lights on low beam if you don't have driving lights on. So,
yeah, comes in. Philadelphia jumping in there also.
Center Hill, Mr. Ronald Watkins.
Appreciate y'all
watching. Cooksville, Mississippi, Peggy Simmons. Good morning to you.
I hope she made coffee for everybody else. Just didn't make it for herself.
And Glenn and Wanda Jackson, they're in Ridgecrest, North Carolina. Good morning.
Yeah, morning to North Carolina. That I hadn't been to North Carolina in forever.
Yes.
You have to drive through Atlanta to get there. That's why I don't want to go. I'm telling you, man, I can start thinking about Atlanta and go,
It is heavy traffic. Crazy driving in Atlanta.
And then there's that bypass that if you're not like on your P's and Q's, you will miss and have to go downtown Atlanta. You go. Have mercy. As we turn our thoughts to a great place to stop today, and that's Maple's One Stop Shop. They're right here in Meridian, and they've got plenty to choose from. When it comes to gasoline, they've got the lowest prices that are available right now. And, of course, they're giving away a $50 fuel card. All you have to do is write your name on the back of your seat and give it to the attendant, and then the following week they pull out a winner. It could be you. Nothing like being a winner, is it?
I know, and $50 in gas, that's a big deal right now.
It is. As we look at this, if you're one of these folks that get into the cold coffee, they've got one of these machines here at the Broadmoor Clower location. You can get caramel, French vanilla, mocha. And yes, I know y'all thought I couldn't say that, but yes, I jumped right on out there.
No, and who does not like a hot cup of coffee when the weather cools
Well, actually,
off?
this is the cold, though. They got hot, but this is that cold
Oh,
coffee.
well, I'm not a big fan of cold coffee, but there's a lot of people who are. So
This
if
is-
you like that, you need to get
You know, you get the stuff, and if you got a mustache, it's all in your face with the cream stuff. What do you call that on top?
froth.
Whatever it is. But that's the cold coffee. Now, if you're like me and Candace, this is
like
the
that.
other side of this.
Yeah, we like the hot stuff. I do like the mocha and the caramel, the flavored stuff.
Mix it in.
Yeah, I like that sometimes. So.
They've got a loyalty coffee program. After you buy 5 cups of that regular coffee there, that 6th cup is going to be free. You get it punched each time. Check it out. Community Coffee is a great tasting coffee. You can't miss it. All there for you with cold drinks if you're looking for a can, a bottle, and a great place to get you some pizza. Of course, a piece of pizza, a bag of chips, and a fountain drink for $4.99 lunch.
Can't beat that.
No, see it all. They've got crickets and a whole lot more there with lottery tickets, all to be found there at Maple's One Stop Shop, Bonita Chevron, Pine Springs location, or Last Chance and Broadmoor Chevron. See them. That's Maple's One Stop Shop.
I'm Attorney Richard Schwartz. Why do bikers hire us after their accident? Let's ask them.
I was on my way home and a car just rear-ended me. I called Richard Schwartz because I needed help with the medical bills. I feel like his team has done a great job in representing me and taking care of me. Don't hesitate to call Richard Schwartz. That one call, it will make a difference.
One call, that's all.
So, Candace, have you ever had that urge to put a headband on, throw some leather?
Not yet, I hadn't. But
That might be your Halloween
you know,
costume.
I am doing different hairstyles every day. I might have a headband on one day.
Yeah, it is a little different today.
Oh yeah, this is
She's
the
got
first time I've tried to curl it. It probably wasn't a good idea to do that like right last minute, you know. So yeah.
Well, as we find out now, this is a big deal in the Meridian area. A lot of folks have cast their vote in the Meridian Star, and we've got a special guest. Michelle, how in the world are you today?
I'm good. Thank you.
So glad to have you in with us. Now, tell us this, and I'm sure that I'll pull this over here so you can read it a little bit better there. How many people cast a vote in the Meridian Star? How many people went on there and said, okay, I got to do this?
So we had about 6,000 people participate in this year's Reader's Choice. They casted over 110,000 votes.
Wow.
So we had a good turnout, and this was our first year kind of going more digital versus in the paper. We did still have some in the paper, but for the most part, it was completely digital.
That the digital, have you gotten used to that? Was it, well, let me ask this, on y'all's end, was it easier to keep track of what was going on to give stats?
Yes, it was so nice because we could do things kind of in real time. So every day I could go on there and check how many people had voted for that day. I could see how many people were participating in total for the whole time. It was really, really nice to go online and be able to track that kind of information. I also was able to track ages, location, so you know where they were based off of zip code.
Right.
And, obviously, primarily it was here, Lauderdale County and the surrounding counties, but for the most part, it was a great turnout.
So
I was very impressed.
the anticipation, and of course it just really is. We've got Man of the Year to talk about, Woman of the Year, all types of who's got the best restaurant. Where do you want to begin in talking here?
Yeah, so let's just start with our cover, which is our Man and Woman of the Year. Chris Reed, our former police chief, as well as Dr. Virginia Nelson, Carney Nelson, backwards. So two great pillars of our community. I think that they were wonderful choices to be selected for this year's Man and Woman of the Year.
I agree with that. I think
Whoa. We got to talk about this green shirt. I mean, did Chris's wife tell him it was okay, or did Chris pick this out?
I don't know.
He went from
I'm not sure.
He went from blue to green.
I think it looks nice.
I was teasing him last night after I saw the picture. I said, Chris, what did you do with this shirt? And I teased him big time about it. But that is great.
Yeah.
So Chris walks away with Man of the Year. What does the article go into? I know it's a write-up there. What do y'all ask him?
So it's kind of just like a Q&A of, how he feels about getting the award, what it means to him, what he attributes to his success, and the same for Dr. Nelson, where their success comes from, and, why, I don't know, more or less why they feel like they were selected,
right?
And where they see that their future is going, especially with Chris. So yeah. I
mean, he's been working big time on that donut shop thing that and it's going to be called Chiefs. I tell him that all the time. But that is neat. So we've got the Man and Woman of the Year. That is a pretty big deal. Where do you want to go next?
Let's go over to Best Boss and Best Local Business, which is Al Davis of Al's Gardening Gift. Yep, you got it there.
Look at Al.
Yeah. So they, oh my gosh, they are wonderful there. They are so helpful all the time. Al is great. They really, I believe, were deserving of this.
So how many
worked really, really hard. I will say that. I've kind of followed him from start. I mean, where he used to work, and then he's moved to here, has his own place, and he has worked very hard to get this place going.
And that Christmas shop is so impressive.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So how many awards did Al win?
So he has those two for our special awards. Yeah. But in total, he got Best Garden Center and Nursery. He got Best Local Business. He came top choice for Gift Shop, Home Decor, Customer Service, and Home Improvements.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Al.
Did we leave anything off that Al might have gotten?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, congratulations. That's a big deal, and we're proud for him to get that. And it is special for everybody, for someone to think enough of you to take the time to vote for you.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
All right, where are we headed next? What happens next?
Okay, let's head over to Crooked Letter Calls.
Now, I want to point this out. When you told me about Crooked Letter, I thought this meant the business downtown is called the Crooked Letter. But this is something totally different.
Totally different. So this is Chris Roberts. He started this kind of side business where he's making calls, things like turkey calls, deer calls, all of that fun hunting stuff. And he really does really, really well. I mean, they're really cool looking. He brought some over for us to check out. And
now, does he have a storefront, or is it all online?
It is, from what I understand, it is all online. Through, I believe, his Facebook page. You can reach him there, but he doesn't have a storefront yet. He will someday. I believe he will someday. But yeah, if you go to crookedlettercalls.com, you can also go there as well. And get yourself some calls for hunting season.
That is great.
Coming
right on
up
time.
soon, yeah.
Like I'm all over that. I got that habit. It's like a disease that you can't help yourself but do it.
Yeah.
Then you disappear. But, it starts out, and let me explain this to everybody that's a newlywed. The wives are going to whine that first 10 years.
About
then after,
hunting?
yeah, and then after that, it becomes like, when you leaving? Here's your junk. Don't come back all weekend. Feel free to stay with your buddies.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
They going shopping while you hunt. But, no, I like to hunt. I hope we get
You
to hunt
are
this
like
year.
a rare breed.
Really?
Yeah, most like. God.
Yeah, I love it though. It's so relaxing to sit out there. You can hear the birds and everything.
It is.
I like it.
So what else you got? Where we need to go
All right,
here?
so let's go. Next, let's go to Best New Business, which is Mississippi Children's Museum here in Meridian.
Okay, I'm not sure I got a picture of that one.
Let's see.
I may not. Let's see.
I got it here.
Yeah.
So that's our children's museum. Man, that place is so cool. I mean, it is.
There it is.
so
I got
cool.
it. There, right there, isn't it? No, that's 3 Foot Festival.
Festival.
Whoops.
It is a cool place. I've taken my son there a couple of times to some birthday parties because you can have a birthday party there.
Yep, they have all kinds of stuff there. You can you can host events there. It's and the activities. It's incredible.
It really is. I mean, it's like they went above and beyond.
Oh.
I mean, to have all these little activities for the kids to do. I mean, there's a cooking, like they can pretend to cook in an area, be a chef. I mean, there's like areas where they can pretend they're flying, and it's an actual big, huge like airplane up in the air that they can climb up through. It's really neat, though.
Yeah, and also the fact that the theming is all based off of our area, which is awesome. You know, the theater with the little theater, and you know the Temple Theater. So those are all kind of, each little section is based off of something here in Meridian, which is really nice.
It really is.
Yeah, you know, I haven't been inside there yet. I need to.
Oh, it's really neat. I was so impressed. I mean, I was blown away when we went to the first birthday party that we had gone to there, and it was really
I
nice.
saw the sketches before it was built, and that was my so I need to get with the program. Everybody else has been but me.
Absolutely. And even the garden outside is like, wow.
We were talking a while back about we wish they could move the Denzel carousel over there. That would be such a great addition too. That would be
Yeah, it would be.
It would be neat. But anyway,
All right, well, tell us what else is on your agenda over there.
Well, so we'll look, the last thing we'll look at, and then we'll kind of just chat about the different categories, but let's look at the 3 Foot Festival that you just had up.
There you go.
Yeah, so 3 Foot Festival came out to be Reader's Choice Best Festival, or Best Event, Local Event. So the 3 Foot Festival, I'm not sure. I mean, I've only been here for 1 year, so I'm not sure how long the 3 Foot Festival has been going on. But I went this year for my first time, and it was so much fun.
I think, you know, it's been around for a little while now, but it was kind of at a low key. And this sort of, if I remember back, was Arts in the Park years ago and kind of evolved, I think. And if y'all are a part of this and I'm saying it wrong, put the comment on there so I can correct myself. But I think it kind of started out of that and became this. And it is really good.
Oh, yeah. And it was so neat when they brought the cars over this year, the art cars. And they did the art parade, the art car parade was really cool. I had fun. I really liked it.
I think there's music, there's vendors, there's all kind of different things.
Food vendors.
It's really neat.
I went to it this year and it really was enjoyable. And Meridian, used to be known for big festivals, and we hope that day comes back.
Well, you know, with everything with COVID, it's just been kind of put a damper on things for the last almost 2 years.
And this was our first chance to get out, and everybody wanted to come.
Right, right. So I think it was a great thing. But
Got some cotton candy if I remember right.
really,
Yeah, I'm parking closer next time also.
Oh yeah.
goodness.
So that was big. All right, where we go now?
Well, let's just take a look at some of the categories. If you want to throw a couple up there.
All right, let's see here. I can pull.
There was quite a few categories that were very close. Like every day I would check and they would be a different person winning. And it was just going back and forth and back and forth. So it was really neat to see, you know, all of it go down in real time.
Right.
Whereas before, you know, you waited till the end to count all the votes. So that was really exciting. And we have...
We want to start with the health, or do we want to start over here with the food side?
Let's start with the food. Let's talk about...
Let's zoom in on here where everybody can see this a little bit better.
Let's talk about San Marcos and how they won many, many awards. So San Marcos Authentic Mexican Restaurant, they won like 4 first places in the food and beverage section. So that was wonderful. Let's see.
The Mixing Bowl Margie's, she won there, the best dessert. Oh, look at that.
And I want to say she got another one, Best Bakery as well.
Mathis Peaches, boy, they done good there. I almost feel like I need to go check in there. I don't know if everybody remembers the Facebook thing or not.
Check in there.
Yeah, you know, they done the contest to give away the pot.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
And every woman, you'd look at your phone at 10 o'clock. Why is somebody checking in to Mathis at 10 o'clock? Anyway.
They wanted that big flower pot.
Yeah. Fast food. And you know, you really have to agree with that right there. I think
Oh, yeah.
most people agree that, boy, they really do a great job when you roll through that line.
Oh, yeah. And Chick-fil-A also got Best customer service, which we all know that they just provide outstanding customer service. It's their pleasure to do so.
Oh, and we got to talk about fried chicken. And as I see on the list here, it looks like, is it Popeyes that walked away with the best?
Yes, but my favorite is Jean's, personally.
Excuse me.
My personal favorite is Jean's. I love Jean's fried chicken.
Yes, good food.
Yes, Popeyes is really good. There's just some really, really good places on these food categories.
Yeah, I agree there. All right, let's see, where you want to go now?
Let's go to health.
Go down a little bit here. All right, let's to down here at the bottom of this page or another page. Health. All right, let's jump over to health. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's zoom in on this where everybody can see a closer look at this. Now, you'll have to help pronounce a few of these names because I'm not quite as good as you are at this. Cardiologist. Boy, he saved my life. Let me just go ahead and tell y'all. Dr. Greer. It doesn't get any better than him.
Yeah.
That's
Dr.
right.
Hall, he's wonderful. I love Dr. Hall. This is his, umpteenth year winning. He's won quite a few of them. Then Dr. Britt McCarty. He's also another wonderful pediatric dentist in town. Dr. Lala. Oh gosh, Dr. Lala is great. I love a lot of our winners. I think that they're just
Good
great
people.
providers of, the health here in Meridian and Lauderdale County. And yeah.
And you got eye care there as you try to think of Christmas every time of the eye clinic of Meridian. Dr. Mason there.
My daughter works there.
Oh, great.
Yes, she works at the front desk.
I might need to go see her. Whoops. As we go down the list here, as we look at this, let's see here. Physician assistant, Jennifer Lafferty. Congratulations. I was at the Meridian Clinic. You look at, let's see, primary care provider, Christian. And then we keep going here. Massage therapist, Allison. Boy, those are really good.
Allison Morris. That's at Pampered Bodies. Let's see. Oral surgeon. Dr. Asif Lala. Orthodontist, Hodge Orthodontics.
That's a few of those. Now, let me ask this. As we keep going, scanning these lists, how can people see the complete list and take a look at it? I know that y'all got a magazine, a hard copy of this.
So this magazine is also listed online. So there is a link online for it at themeridianstar.com. And then as well as we have the list of just the first places online. So if they want to see just the first places, if not, they need to come down to the Meridian Star and get a copy themselves.
Right.
Because let me tell you, this magazine is awesome this year. We never done a magazine format before. It's always been just newsprint. So this is something that was very, very new to us, and it looks gorgeous. I really love it.
Let's go. Let's look at a few of the goods and services. We hadn't pulled that up yet. Let's hit this button here because it's a big deal for these folks here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Adult daycare, New Beginnings, apartment complex, North Place, screen printer, Jimmy Stockton. I almost said that wrong. Sorry about that, Jimmy.
Child care provider is Highland Baptist Church Child Development Center.
Lawn care, RNC lawn service.
Great guy there.
Mosquito Joe for best mosquito yard control. Funeral home is Robert Barn Family Funeral Home.
You only want to pass by.
Right, but I cannot say enough about this family who owns this funeral home. They are, I mean, they're such good-hearted people, and they really, really take, helping you at heart. I mean, seriously, I just can't say enough. They make you feel like, very important. I can't even, at a time like that, when it.
You got to have somebody that.
Really, seriously, it's not just like, okay, we're just going to help. They really make you feel good when you go there.
I hate to interrupt, but I wanted to say this. Meridian just got a dense fog advisory issued for Lauderdale County. So that means the entire county visibility is very, very low. Be careful if you're leaving the house. We've already had that wreck on 19. If we have anybody else that has information on that, please pass along. Let's see here. What else we hadn't talked about
We haven't talked about lifestyle yet and the best local TV and radio personality.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Here we go.
Look at there.
And I have to say thank you.
Yes.
That is truly an honor for somebody to even think about voting for me.
I know. That is a great thing, though.
If you hadn't voted 298 times,
I know.
wouldn't have.
You should thank me, Scotty Ray. I mean, really.
But with all seriousness, y'all, I can't thank y'all enough. That it's truly,
Yes.
it's humbling. Very.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank y'all so much.
Big congratulations.
And so I can share that now, right?
Yes,
I can say,
share.
look.
So all of our advertisers and everyone who's won, you can now share it. We kept, unfortunately, because of due to the printers, they were delayed a little bit. We had to delay it by a week and then a few days. So I felt so bad. I'm like, please just hold. And no, now go for it. Share it all you want.
Well, it is an honor for everybody. And again, congratulations to everybody. Have we left off anything that we needed to discuss? Because I don't want to leave somebody out on this as we highlight, as we go across this.
Well,
Did we talk about lifestyles? Did we?
Well, yeah, so that's what we were on right now. So you guys are listed under, or you're listed under lifestyle. But if we look at lifestyle, I mean, there's so many things in here. Teal Newell Animal Hospital for Best Veterinarian.
Florist Tanning Salon, Ultimate Tan.
Yes.
Creative Pain Tattoo Studio. This is his second year in a row for winning Best Tattoo Shop. Man, let's talk about Mississippi Children's Museum. Not only did they get new business, they got event center, place to take the kids.
Right.
So, they're doing some good stuff there. Best Boutique is Southern Accents, which I love that place. It is, oh gosh, there's so many cool things in there.
And Harry Mayer, look at Harry Mayer jumping up in there.
Yep.
Go Harry. Now, did we talk about the hospital end over here? Did we even go there?
Well, we kind of talked about health, but yes.
Professional services. Maybe that's what we skipped. Is that what?
Yes, professional services.
Let's go there. Let's pull that up so everybody can take a look there. Accounting, Culpeper and Culpeper. Yep, been there a time or two.
Yeah,
me too.
Angie Shirley. Best receptionist, Miss Gloria McNair at Tame LLC.
And we hope that you don't have to use this fella here, but he's there if you need him.
Oh, yeah. Dustin Markham. He's a great guy.
Yes. Without a Citizens National Bank. What a great community service they do for everybody. Always involved.
Yes.
Yes. And then Terry over at Winstead and Winstead Real Estate Agency. So he got Best Real Estate Agent, and then they got the Best Agency over at Winstead. So
School principal, we didn't mention that.
Elliot Brewer, West Lauderdale Elementary.
yep.
Yeah, so boy, that's good. And teacher, city, county, private, and what's this right here? This category?
So it's a best teacher, and they can come from city, county, or private schools. So we have Miss Shay Leak at West Lauderdale Middle School. So West Lauderdale swept it up.
Wow,
That's good.
congratulations to her. That is a big deal. Now, when do y'all start working on this so you can start? Everybody can start campaigning for next year.
They can start campaigning. They should be campaigning already.
That is, and we can't thank you enough for coming in and spending a few moments with us today talking about this.
Yes, of course. I always have
thank
fun
you.
every time I come. So
Yeah, it's a little different here. We do things quite differently than most folks that kind of put these shows together. But you're a hoot. And for those who have never met you, you've been here how long now?
1 year.
And what is your thoughts? All right, and be honest with me. You showed up in town. What was your first thought? Oh my gosh!
My first thought was, it's hot.
Yes.
You know,
hot.
we don't have this. Well, we have heat in North Dakota, but we don't have this humid heat. So I said, you know, what's happening? Why am I doing this? It's hot. But no, it's been great. I've met some pretty incredible people here, and I've really enjoyed my time here. Yeah.
We're glad you came.
Yeah, and you're here, a part of the community now, back and forth. Have you gotten adjusted to our language? Because I'm learning yours.
Oh yeah. Yes, I have. One thing, so Lisa was here with me last time.
Right.
And she always says when something like crazy is happening, she's like, "Oh, shoot a monkey." And I'm like, what? She's like, I don't know. Just
Look, if you need any Southern lingo pointers, just look
Scotty
me
Ray.
up. Yeah.
We're all. Is there any
Oxy
plans
ditch.
to add Mr. Redneck into this next year of adding a new category and possibly trophy wife? Who's got the best trophy wife? I'm just saying.
Hey, we'll
An extra
take
categories.
suggestion.
Or
Everybody can
hey,
email me a suggestion. I don't mind.
What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, or somebody that's, is there a category for being late all the time
That would be Candace. Candace gets the I'm always late award.
or last minute? Yeah. Anyway,
Get there in just the nick of time.
yes, but this is a neat thing, and I'm congratulations to all the winners.
Yeah.
Because from what I see, you're very deserving of it. I totally agree with the ones I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
It's been
Well,
great.
again, tell everybody at the Meridian Star we said hello. I hadn't been in the offices, and I bet you, 15 years or better.
Well,
We used to do a lot together with y'all with Santa Claus and building things as it came to Christmas. And I hadn't, it's my fault.
Yeah. Well, since a lot of things have gone online, I think that's
oh yeah. Online has changed a lot of things.
it really has.
has.
For any kind of industry, it's changed a lot of things.
But we're so glad that we get you to come in the studio because that's that interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People.
absolutely.
So it's a good thing.
All right. Well, thanks for coming by. And again, tell
you,
everybody
guys.
we said hello at the Meridian Star.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
As we turn our thoughts to Collinsville, you'll find Joe if you're looking for groceries today. And that's the thing that you got to have is groceries every time you come. Pumpkins. This is as we get ready for this. Carvin, have you done your...
Not yet. I did buy 3 pumpkins yesterday.
So you're on it.
Yeah.
$4.99 is what you can get these for, along with potatoes, fresh Idaho potatoes, $2.99 a bag. You can get the bell peppers, red, yellow, orange, 2 for $3. How about the green ones? 89 cents. Or let's move on over to the tomato bin and make yourself a sandwich. It's $1.79 a pound.
Yes.
Yeah, Joe's got them. They're fresh. Skippy peanut butter, $2.49, along with ketchup, 2 for $3. Barbecue sauce at a great price. Philadelphia cream cheese. We get on into this. Drinking water, 3 for $10. Even steaks at $8.99 a pound for that New York strip. You can get the baby back ribs, $5.99 a pound. There's so much more. Drinks and plate lunches, all at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Take that short drive. Find out why so many people shop with Joe. It's family, it's friendly. You'll find it all there in Collinsville.
I was heading over to Meridian and I was involved in a serious accident. I never made it to Meridian. I needed help.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace as we head toward 9 o'clock. Again, we want to remind you, and let me go to radar real quick and pull this back up as we find out that the weather has taken a turn for a lot of fog in Lauderdale County. And look at this. This is ferocious at this point. And I use that term and I mean it. All right, as we look at this, we have now moved into the red zone here through Clark County, Jasper County, Newton County, I-20. You're probably not going to be able to see, and it gets even worse at this point as you get into the two-lane roads anywhere in here. Downtown Meridian has got fog all over it. So we say this and to be extremely careful. As we turn on some locations where you can kind of see where everything is, this is going to stretch. Now, we've got fog up in all of this area too, but the closer you get down to town, right past Robert Barham and where the soccer complex is, it's going to get thicker all the way toward Lamar. And by the time you reach out here to where the church is on top of the hill, the Evangel Temple,
Right.
it's thick.
Yes. So be super, super careful this morning.
Yeah, can't urge that enough. As we of each day, we go over things that happened in history. This is probably one of the shortest. I have to give everything the who cares test. And I've done so many tests yesterday that I don't think anybody cared about most things that happened for today. So I've got the best of this. And whose birthday was it?
Jerry Clower.
I'm telling you, this guy was the best.
If you've never listened to Jerry Clower, you've got to pull it up and listen to him. He is so funny. He's just, we were painting at some point last year and we had him on the whole time. I was laughing. It's when I didn't have paint up the ceiling and everything. He's just so funny.
Ament County, Mississippi. He represented us all over the world, from the Grand Ole Opry to many stages that took him far from home, and he always came back to Mississippi. And what a great person he was. And he passed.
Clean,
Yeah.
comic, like clean funny.
He was the number one fertilizer seller ever. And he done that by telling jokes. And then after he told a joke, they bought all the fertilizer he had. And you know, just how things happen. The rumor got to Nashville of this guy selling fertilizer that told stories, and that's how it became. Wow.
Well, they broke the mold when
They did.
made him, for sure.
This was like a miracle drug that was invented. It hit the market today in 1928 and it changed the world. It cured so many people. Penicillin was discovered on this date. So be thankful that it's out there.
Yes.
I only know all it cures, but I know it's good. Give me a shot of that. You've heard this lady's name forever, and she was a gorgeous lady. Born in 1934. Who remembers Bridget Bardot?
She's pretty.
She was
Kinda
gorgeous.
looks like Pamela Anderson, doesn't she?
She does have that look. There were some other pictures, and I decided to go with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hillary Duff, who knows her? She was born in 1987.
Okay.
One of the actors of today that there. And that's all I have on the Who Cares test. I got faked off by a few things that didn't happen today, so I backed away.
Okay.
So what's going on the headlines across America today? We look at a few of these things that happen. Did you know that Dog, you know, when he went and knocked on the door of, how do you say that guy's last name?
Laundry.
Brian Laundrie. When he knocked on the door, that guy's parents called the cops on the dog.
Really?
Yeah. They called 911 and reported a suspicious person at their door.
He is a little scary looking.
But
If you don't know who he is and say he was knocking on your door, I mean, it would be a little bit.
Dog
alarming.
says that he's already gotten tips and he's on the case and has found the campfire where the guy stayed. Have you seen all that?
No, I haven't. But, you know, he is really good at what he does.
I say he's on it. He's done what others can't. So we'll watch Dog over the next few days. Now, they've scaled back the manhunt tremendously. And so Dog is one of the lead guys on this now.
I would think when you have too many people working on something, it can be confusing.
Yeah,
you know,
it can
so,
be.
Yeah.
R. Kelly, who is the R&B singer, shocked that it's gone this far, but he has been found guilty. He faces 100 years in jail now for sex trafficking. He got crucified on 9, and I say crucified, he was convicted on 9 cases of sex trafficking. It's just sick.
Yeah.
After you read into these stories of what he done. Just horrible. But that's a headline today from R. Kelly's trial that's been going on. Let's see here. Will Smith. This is, I didn't know this, and I'm shocked. Will Smith and them come out and pretty much say they've got an open marriage, and they do whatever they want to.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that there, but I thought y'all might want to know that. That's a headline across America today.
I didn't know if they were still married or not, because, you know.
Apparently, it's just a piece of paper. And then you wonder how America turns up in the mess it's in now. That's why I went there and brought that up. I was just checking to make sure we don't have anything
So
else.
it doesn't have that commitment like most people have for marriage, I guess.
Yeah, they do not.
You know.
As we go along with some other headlines, that was more about the wreck out there. They're still in cleanup with that. The plot, how people wrap their mind around doing things like this. We had 4 teenagers that were age 15 and under that were going to attack a Pennsylvania high school on the anniversary of the Columbine massacre. They've been caught, it's been foiled. They'll spend a little time in jail. That's one of the things that's going on this morning. So glad that's gone. Drug use across America seems to be climbing as we look at New York. And
people just right out in the open, I think, from what I understand and see the pictures of. I mean, just right out in the open, don't care.
I was looking for a particular picture and I can't find it, so I'm not going to share what I've got here because it can go either way over how people take things. But it is awful what is happening to America. The bucket of needles was about yay high that they picked up within 100 feet area there in New York.
Yeah.
You think of the kids that walk. What if you were barefooted or you got sandals?
Kids are just like small kids. They just, you know, it's just natural for them to pick things up. You know, if they see something, they could pick it up, stick themselves with it. I mean, who knows? It's scary.
It is. This is something, and I want to.
Oh, goodness.
Louisiana, when it was hit by the hurricane, and they're still doing cleanup. You don't think about this. And I'll do this quick, but I want to show you of what happens. This is why you always see mausoleums throughout Louisiana above ground. This is the scene that happened there. Coffins were brought up out of the ground and just, they're everywhere there.
Oh, goodness.
Through this, as you go through this area here and you take a look at
What
this.
area is that?
This is going to be, let me go back and look at this. I read this caskets. I don't have the exact time. Pastor, south
In Ironton.
25 miles southwest of New Orleans is where that was.
Okay. Ironton. Like Ironton.
And I have not been there myself.
I haven't either. I haven't even heard of that town, but
But that gives you,
that is awful though.
as you know, our life is kind of normal. Electricity is going. They're still picking up the pieces in Louisiana, and you'll still see fundraisers of trying to help people in Louisiana. And this is what they're still faced with every day. Is why I showed that. I know it's kind of scary to see a coffin out in the open, but that's reality of what's going on for our friends down in there.
Yes. In Louisiana, I mean, they get hit often. You know, it's just been back to back to back with it.
Yeah. Ohio. Now, as we're going to bring in I got to call them today, the Bailey Volunteer Fire Department, as they get ready for their annual Scary House. Ohio, it really makes you wonder. They had hired somebody to do a Scary House there, and a guy brings his own, instead of using the prop knife, brings his own knife and cuts somebody in the Scary House. I mean, how stupid can you be?
Goodness. I don't like haunted houses because my reflex is to just... boom.
You didn't go to the fair and ride the thing where they jump out and they grab your shoulder when you walk through.
I did, no, but I did. I went years ago to the JC's haunted house, and I don't know, it's just instinct. Like if somebody comes at me, it's just my instinct to just come back at them, you know? So I don't know that I need to go in.
We're going to strap a camera on you and head you up to Bailey and see what happens.
Oh my goodness.
You can do the practice run. I'm sure that they're going to do some practice runs.
They need what do they call the cameras that show in the dark? You know,
Yeah, the infrared.
reaction. Have you ever watched videos though of people who go through these haunted houses and their reaction? Like
yeah. You know, that's why I ain't
It's so
doing
funny.
it. Because I'd make some faces.
It's kind of like when sometimes you share pictures of me, like, or whatever, and our caption is like, you know, have you seen that?
Yes.
Some of the things, yeah. How I'm just kind of stuck, like, talking. That's how I would probably be in the haunted house.
I bring up this next one. If y'all remember back in the Clinton days when he was in office, do y'all remember the don't tell, don't ask thing when it come to the military? They have voted, and I feel if no matter who you are, what you've done in life, if you served our country, whatever capacity you did that in, you're a veteran. And they have voted to make benefits available for 14,000 members that were taken out of the military during that time. They served our country regardless of what your thoughts are on the subject. They are veterans and should be taken care of, in my opinion. But that's a headline across America today. Now, I have to say the Donald did a pretty good one at his last rally that he held. And let me find the picture of this. And let's pull this up and take a look at this. This was front and center at Donald Trump's rally. The 13 empty chairs dedicated to those who lost their lives in Afghanistan.
Yes.
And may we
Respectful.
may we never forget those guys and ladies that lost their lives in this.
Yeah, because, I mean, I just kind of feel like with the administration at hand right now, it just kind of seems like there's not enough focus on that. It's kind of like it's just, okay, that happened, you know, let's move on. And it's not like that. No. I mean, for the family members who have lost these people,
now,
it's a
I've said this before
tragedy.
through years of when you look at an American flag, every piece of thread that is sewn into that little thing represents a life that was given for your freedom. No matter what your freedom is, whether you agree with comments that we make, if you're on the left, you're on the right, your life matters. And someone gave their life for you to be able to do and think the way you do. Just respect that.
That is right. And people are continuously, people who are in our military today, they are representing our country. They're standing up for what's right for our country. I mean, there's people all over this world right now from our great nation representing this nation and putting their life on the line.
It is.
I mean, they really are. And I don't think we ever need to forget that. We don't need to minimize that in any kind of way. I mean, they're there to protect our country.
Absolutely.
And we need to respect them at all costs.
Another thing to put in the back of your mind, grab your wallets, hold them tightly, is they're saying Christmas is going to go up about 66%. So if you want to do some early Christmas shopping, now might be the time. And you ask why? It is because America doesn't make anything anymore. It's all in shipping containers on ships docked out that can't get in.
Yeah.
If y'all have seen any pictures of California, all this product that comes into America, it's sitting out there and they can't dock. A lot of it has to do with COVID. We've got issues, and we need manufacturing back in our country.
Right.
And until that's done, prices are going to skyrocket. If you'll remember, we couldn't even get our own medicine last year.
I mean, yeah, that's right. And if you buy online for Christmas, you might really definitely want to go ahead and order it now, because I mean, who knows?
Shit, yeah.
I would not wait to the last minute, because things are kind of slow getting to people. You know,
it is
not just the cost, just the ability to get it.
And we will see what happens with the auto industry. I mean, think about that. All these cars stacked up, all because we can't get a chip and is manufactured in another country. Why not build some in Alabama, Mississippi? We got plenty of open spaces, the Weather Channel told us.
Right. I mean, have you rode by like the car lots?
They're empty.
Our local car lots, a lot of them are. I mean, the new car lots, they've moved the used cars to the new car lot.
If they can even get that.
To just make it look like they have something. I mean, it's just... It's an odd time right now we're going through.
And speaking of cars, if you've got one you really want to take care of it and it's got a scratch, well, you better go see Chet. He can take care of you at Chet's Paint and Body Shop here in Center Hill. They'll bend over backwards to make sure that you've got everything that you need. 737-2961, as this one is getting ready to be painted. This could be yours if you've got a dent there. They'll make sure it is absolutely put back the way it ought to be. From small dents on your doors down the side or a front end damage, they do that as well. 9888 Highway 495 is the number to call, or the address. They take care of any truck that's been damaged that may even have that, the aluminum bed that's harder to fix. They can do it. They do it at Chet's. Whether it's this bump on the front or you've got one in the rear, this is the paint booth and classic cars and all. They'll process your insurance work, call and let you know in a timely manner when your car, and, get you up with the rental companies as well. Chet's Paint and Body, see the best of the best right here in the Meridian area. He'll take care of you.
I was heading over to Meridian, and I was involved in a serious accident. I never made it to Meridian. I needed help.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home.
And as we come back, we also want to talk about real estate. This is another big decision in your life, and they don't get any better than Snowden and Company. They really bend over backwards to help you out. A lot of folks have never done this a lot. Maybe there's once or twice in your life, and it was 20 years ago that you sold a home. Let Amanda help you out here. She does it every day. She's one of the best there is. It's a high demand in inventory right now. If you're selling, talk to her about it. They'll get you the most for your home, because you got to go somewhere else. You got to have money to purchase another one, and they'll help you there.
That's right. If you're looking for your starting out home or a forever home, you need to talk to Amanda at Snowden and Company.
You can visit them online at snowdenrealestate.com. Here's a few of the homes that have been up for sale here. 453-3937. Lauderdale, Kemper, Newton, Neshoba, Clark County is where they're located now, including Brandon, Flowood, Madison, and Forest. Look at that. They'll help you in any of these locations of what you're looking for here. As we go across here, here's another home that was listed. Now, they're going to be open until 5 o'clock today. Saturday by appointment only, and closed on Sunday, whichever way you want to. As we go down here, here's another home. They're beautiful. A list of folks there that have gotten their homes sold by them. Find out why so many people do this. This is, again, designated seller. She takes care of you. Amanda, certified real estate negotiating expert. You can find them in Poplar Springs Drive. Talk to them today at 5001. The address there, Poplar Springs Drive, 453-3937 is how you get in touch with her. We're already coming up. We're a couple of minutes away from the top of the hour. And we have to say, thank you so much for coming in and visiting with us. We can't thank you enough. So what have you got on tap for today?
I'll probably be taking these bad boys out to all of our winners. And that's my day.
Again, tell us how, if you want to go back and look at this, how you can take a look at all the winners and where to find that and where they can get a copy of that.
Yeah, so they can actually go online to the meridianstar.com. There will be a link under magazines where they can see this. I believe we are also putting out the individual stories today. For instance, of like our best boss, our man of the year, woman of the year, and there'll be a link on those stories as well. And then you can always stop by the Meridian Star. We're located at 814 22nd Avenue and pick up a hard copy if you like.
Well, we're going to do that. Again, thank you for swinging by, girl.
Yes, thank you.
We have to say thanks to everybody for jumping in this morning and coming in here being a part of this show with us. We can't do this without you. We want to remind you the accident is on Highway 19 South. That is a mess out there, and we hope everybody's okay. We haven't gotten word on that yet, but as soon as we do, we'll pass that along and get information passed out to everybody on it.
Al's on here.
Good morning, Al.
He said that's true about the Christmas, and if you're looking for something to do, let's see, I can't say it. But check Al's place out. He's always got the neatest things in there. Go out this Saturday and check him out.
All right, we'll see you there. And again, thank y'all for swinging by and visiting and taking a little time with us. We'll be back in the morning beginning at 8 a.m. Thanks a bunch from Scotty Ray and Candace.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by